Hi everybody, I'm Pam. I'm a 54-year-old woman who left a job with a Fortune 500 company earning 6 figures a year without a plan for my next job. Welcome to Pam Without a Plan. Hi everybody, I'm Pam and I left a 6-figure job without a plan for my next job. How did I do that? Why did I do that? What am I going to do now? That's the purpose of this channel, is to document how I came to make that choice and also to document what happens in my journey to the next job. I'm not a business consultant and I'm not offering advice to anyone. I'm not offering anyone any kind of suggestions. I am only sharing my experience of how I came to the point where I made that decision and what's coming next. So if you're interested, if you want to see how the journey turns out, come with me. All right, so here's what happened. So I'm at this job. I don't like the job that much. I know, who really likes their job? That's one of the things that my head kept saying to me over and over and over again. Pam, get over yourself. Nobody really likes their job all that much. But I hated my job. I hated my job. But I stayed because I had bills to pay. I had a mortgage. It was a responsible thing to do. It was the right thing to do. Who do I think I am? Do I think I could have whatever I want in my life? You know, come on, Pam, grow up. You know? So I stayed. And then what happened is on November 9th, 2017, I was diagnosed with olfactory neuroblastoma. And I was like, what? What is that? And basically what it is it's cancer. That's what it is. And I had been being treated by a doctor for what I thought was a nasal polyp. They said, maybe it's a nasal polyp, maybe it's not. They treated me like it was a nasal polyp. And I had a surgery. They went in and removed it, and then they biopsied it. And that's how I came to know that it was a tumor and it was cancer instead of a nasal polyp. So after that, I have to tell you guys, this is not my best moment. I promise you. The doc said I didn't have to go to work, and I was like, hallelujah, hallelujah. And I wasn't impressed with myself when I was so happy that I didn't have to go to work, but I had cancer. It seemed like an okay trade-off for me. Now I want you to know that during this period of time, I always thought that I was going to recover from this. I never. Now I was scared. I was scared. I didn't actually exhale, I don't think, for 7 months or so, but I still knew that I was going to be okay. So, and when they told me I had cancer, I was like, what? I'm one of the healthiest people I know. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't eat desserts with processed sugar. I don't do any of that stuff. How can I have and oh, by the way, I'm strong. I'm strong and I'm healthy. I'm like, you got to have the wrong person, doc. This can't be me. But he assured me that it was, and he told me what was going to happen next. The next thing was a bunch of doctor's appointments, and then we're going to have this big scary surgery where they go into my brain. There was some stuff in there that I wish they would have removed, but they didn't take any of that stuff out. I just want you to know they left all of that stuff that I have to deal with on a daily basis in there, and they removed my olfactory bulb from my brain. And so that was the big scary surgery, and then I had to recover from that. And then right after that was 6 weeks of radiation. My doctor, it was so funny, the radiation doctor, from the day I met him. So I had this little bitty spot right here. Now the tumor was 5 centimeters long, and it grew down into my left sinus cavity, which was a blessing for me. I want you to know I'm super lucky that it grew down into my sinus cavity rather than up into my brain, because this type of cancer has tentacles, and if it grows up into your brain, then the tentacle, see, I can't even talk about it. So it grew down into my sinus cavity. It was 5 centimeters long. Anyway, it attached at that bone in between my eyes, and it grew all the way down into there, and I couldn't breathe out of this left side of my nose. And I met the radiation doctor, and from day one, the radiation doctor said I was going to need 30 to 35 visits of radiation. I was like, what? I've got a little bitty spot right here. 30 to 35. He never changed. From day one, he was like 30 to 35. Now, other things changed, and other people's opinions went back and forth as I went through this process, but he was steady. 30 to 35 radiation treatments. I was blown away. And I had 30 treatments of radiation. So I had the 30 treatments of radiation, and then it was about 8 weeks after that, I went back to my job. And my company was wonderful. I want you to know they had flowers, they had breakfast, they had a big card signed by everybody welcoming me back, and it was lovely. But I went back to the job and I was so tired. And if you've ever had radiation, you know what tired is. I'm sure there are other things out there that make you just as tired as radiation, but I'm just using a point of reference here. If you've had radiation, you know what tired is. So I was tired. They worked with me. They gave me alternative responsibilities for a period of time. It actually took me 8 months from the time I finished my treatment until I started feeling like myself again, like I had my energy back. So that was somewhere around January of 2019. I went to India in March of 2019. I came back. I'm getting stronger. I went to India for treatment. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting more responsibility at the job. As I get more responsibility at the job, I'm getting more stressed. And basically, the day that I gave my letter of resignation was the day that the pain of staying in my job was greater than the fear of leaving my job. Now, I want you to know, I do not have other responsibilities besides myself. So if I had a family, if I was doing this for my kids or something like that, maybe it would have been worth it to stay. But I don't have those responsibilities. And here's the deal. My body already told me if I do not listen to my body, it will create cancer. How do I know that? Because it already did it once. So I've got all the responsibilities back again, and now I'm getting all of the stress back again. And so I gave my letter of resignation, and this is so funny. My manager goes, well, what are you going to do? And I went, I really don't know. And he goes, well, okay, I'll hang on to this till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and if you change your mind, let me know, and we won't tell anybody. I didn't change my mind. I went back at 2 o'clock. I said, go ahead, put it on through. And here's the thing. So for a while, I had this intuitive thought that I was not going to know what the next job would be until I let go of this job. And that's not what I wanted. I just wanted to know what the next job would be, and then I would start making a plan and I would transition to this next job. I was totally okay with that. But every time I tried to come up with the next job, I just shut down. I thought all my ideas were completely unreasonable. And wait, I'm going to tell you what they are so you can think they're completely unreasonable too. So I want to be creative. I like to write. I've been writing skits for a show for the last 6 years. I like to sing. I didn't say I was good at it, but I like it. And I sang in my office for years, and they loved to hear me sing, because they love me, and maybe not because I'm such a good singer, but it doesn't matter. That's not part of the point. The point is that I wanted to be creative, and all I could think of is, Who's going to pay me? Nobody's going to pay me for that. Yeah, Pam, maybe you're creative, but you're not that creative. So I stayed there. So anyway, so once I gave my letter of resignation, just a couple of days after that, I was talking to my oldest sister, and she said, Pam, you ought to start your own YouTube channel. There's a group of people out there that want to do what you're doing, and you know, it might help other people. And I went, wow, why didn't I think of that? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, things like that started coming to me after I let go of the job. There's a bunch of other things that have come to me. I can't think of them all right now in this moment, but as we do these daily videos, I'm going to start talking about those things and about how the universe is supporting me. I always like to say, Confucius said, young grasshopper, you step off the cliff, the ground will meet your feet. You will not fall into the ravine. So I'm really testing this out at a level I never expected. I want you guys to know I'm a responsible person. I don't do these kinds of things, but I'm doing this. So, welcome to Pam Without a Plan. I hope that my experience inspires you. I hope that my experience encourages you to find the willingness to look inside, to start taking some risk on yourself, because, you know, I know we all have to have a job and make money, but we all have to have our authentic self too. And when we're not doing that, when we are not expressing who we truly are, it is not good for us. It is not good. Well, let me say it like this. It is not good for me. It's not good for my mind. It's not good for my body. And it's not good for my emotions. So that's why I'm doing this. I hope you join along. I hope you enjoy the journey. I hope you get something out of it. A couple of things I'm supposed to say. If you like this video, click the like button. Please subscribe to my channel and tune in every day to find out what's happening next. And at the end of this video, I made a photo collage of my last days at my job with all the people that I left behind that are loving and supportive to me, and what I've been doing since I left. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.